Hi friend, welcome back to the channel where we focus less on trying and more on being the best version of ourselves. In today's video, I want to talk about signs and looking for signs. When you're manifesting something, you're like, where's the BBL? Birds before land. I need to see some movement here. What's going on? Somebody give me some confirmation that what I'm doing is working, okay? So I have a quote from Neville, of course, and we're just gonna go straight into it. I'm gonna start with the quote and then we'll dive into it a little bit further, okay? Ready? Let's go. Signs follow, they do not precede. You will never see the signs of that which is. Take no thought of tomorrow, for your tomorrows are the expressions of your today's impressions. Now is the accepted time, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Jesus' salvation said, I am with you always. Your awareness is the Savior that is with you always. But if you deny him, he will deny you also. You deny him by claiming that he will appear, as many today are doing when they claim that salvation is to come, which claim is the equivalent of saying we are not saved. You must stop looking for your Savior to appear and claim yourself to be saved now, and the signs of your claims shall follow. So, let's break it down. Signs follow, they do not precede. What does that mean? So if you don't know what a BBL is, no, it's not a Brazilian butt lift. Well, it is, but that's not what we're talking about. BBL stands for birds before land. It's like a nautical term where obviously if you're sailing on a ship and you see birds, you're like, land must be near because the birds have to have somewhere to land. So there must be land, even though I can't see the land, I see the birds, so the land must be near. Birds before land. So just because you don't see the land doesn't mean that the land isn't there. So think about it like this. By the time you were to see a sign or a bird, your manifestation or the land would already be there. It would be sure to appear. It's there. Even though you don't see it, you see evidence of it. So the movement was already there, whether or not you saw it, but you didn't need to see the bird to know that there was land. What you do is you assume the state of knowing that the land is there. You assume the state of knowing that your manifestation is already there. Because if it was a day when all the birds were like, we're gonna sleep in today, early bird doesn't catch the worm today, and no birds decided to show up, just because no birds showed up doesn't mean that the land isn't there. So regardless of what you see, you have to know that your manifestation is sure, that your wish is fulfilled, that there is no option, there is no possibility where you are not getting what you want. Your fulfillment is guaranteed. So, by Neville saying you will never see the signs of that which is, doesn't mean that you'll never see signs or synchronicities or things that happen before your manifestation, like BBLs. Instead of focusing on looking for the sign, looking for the validation, your focus remains in the state of the wish fulfilled. Your focus remains on knowing that it's already done, it's already here. Why would you be looking for a sign when you have the whole manifestation? What is a sign when it's already done? What is a crumb when you have the whole loaf of bread? There's no point in going and looking for signs and looking for outside validation, because at that point you're manifesting signs instead of your actual manifestation. So if you want to see signs, you will see signs, but you will continue to see signs as long as you're looking for signs and not looking toward your fulfillment. If you see a sign, if you see a BBL, and it just comes floating by and you're just like, hey, I already knew it was done, but it's nice to see that, you know, things are happening. I already knew things were happening. I already knew the movement was there, because there is always movement, but like, hey, there's something. It's here. It's done. It's done. And it's just confirmation, but that's not your validation. You don't need to see a sign in order to know that it's done, because by the time you see the sign, it's already done. And actually, it's done the instant that you say that it's done. So no matter what kind of movement you see, no matter what's going on in the 3D, that's not where your validation lies, not in the signs. Signs follow the manifestation, they don't precede. They don't come before. It's not to show you like, hey, it's about to come or it's about to be here. It's like, no, it's already here. It's already here. It's already done. I know that it's there, and I keep my focus there instead of looking for all the things on the outskirts. It's like a trail leading you like on your bridge of incidents, like, oh, here's a little something there, here's a little something there. And sometimes even looking back retrospectively, you could be like, oh yeah, when that thing happened, I should have known that it was gonna be this, or this situation happened, and then it led me to this. But that was always gonna happen because that's on your bridge of incidents, which at the end is your wish fulfilled. At the end is your manifestation. So it really is so inconsequential how many signs you see, what the signs are, if you see any signs at all, because we're not looking for signs. We are in the state of being fulfilled and already having the full manifestation. He says, now is the accepted time. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. The kingdom of heaven is your wish fulfilled. That's what heaven is. Being in that state where you know that it's done. That is heaven on earth. Now is the accepted time. Not, I see signs of my manifestation, so it's coming soon. It's just now. Everything is now. I am fulfilled now. It is done now. I'm there now. I'm in the state now. I'm having the thing now. My desire is mine now. Now, 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 now. It's the only time there is. That is the power of presence. That is the power of maintaining your faithfulness and your fulfillment to it already being done. Because if you remain in the state where it's already being done, it has no choice but to be done. So if the signs are going to show up, the signs are going to show up. But again, it's inconsequential. It doesn't matter because you already know. If you've gotten to the point of even seeing signs, then you already know that it's done. So the signs are really just like, thank you for telling me something I already knew. Okay, anyway, maintain your attention where it should be. Don't get sidetracked. Don't see the bird before land and be like, oh, where is that bird going? Let me just change the trajectory. Let me put something new in the GPS and let me go follow that bird. Maybe they know something I don't. Let's see what the bird's doing. Maybe this bird knows other birds. Let's go see. Nope. Focus. Don't get caught off track. Just stay the course. So God is with you always. Your fulfillment is with you always. Jesus, your salvation is with you always. So it is with you. It's not with the signs. It's not with the 3D. It's not with any validation that could come outside of you, because you are the only cause of everything that happens in your reality, of every manifestation, of everything that you see, of everything you experience, of everything you observe. It's all you, because we are all God. We are all pieces of this whole, and everything that we see is also, it's all a dimension, a fragment, holographic sparks of the all. Because in a hologram, just because it's a piece of the whole doesn't mean that it's separate or that it doesn't encompass everything, that it's not whole. It is. It's everything contained within that smaller form. So just because of the size of it, just because of the way it looks, just because of us being here in a human body, having a human experience, doesn't mean that we do not have access to the fullness and the totality of the creative power of God. We are God, right? Your body is the temple, so God resides within you. My Father and I are one, but my Father is greater than I. Just like a drop of water is the same as the water that's in the ocean, but it's not the ocean. A drop of water is not the ocean, but they're made up of the same thing. They are the same thing on a substance level. If you deny him, he will deny you. So if you deny your manifestation will deny you. If you say it's not done, if you say you're still looking for signs, if you say you need validation from the outside, then you do. Then it's not done. Then it's delays. Then it's blockages. Then it's how long is this gonna take? It's like, oh, is this really gonna happen? Oh, I don't know. Shaky water. Now you're experiencing some turbulence in your situation because you have denied your conviction, you have denied your truth, you have denied your state of consciousness. Once you assume that concept of yourself, the concept of you being the person who is having what you want, being the version of yourself who is allowed to have this experience, once you renege on that, once you go back and you say, maybe this isn't true, maybe this isn't me, maybe this is not for me, your reality has no choice but to say yes, because you are the one giving the commands, you're the one giving the direction. You are consciousness. So your awareness is what creates. So if you deny your awareness of being, if you say, I am not that, or maybe I will be that, in saying that, you've denied that it's now. You deny him by claiming that he will appear, as millions today are doing when they claim salvation is to come. So if you're waiting for a savior, waiting for somebody outside you, oh, Jesus will come, my salvation will come, somebody will pay this debt for me, somebody will come and love me, somebody will accept me, somebody will give me this thing that I want, you've made a proclamation of who you are. You've claimed your identity to be somebody who is in waiting, somebody who doesn't have, somebody who is in lack. To claim that your Savior isn't here, that Jesus hasn't already been resurrected within you through your Christ consciousness, which is your imaginative power, is to say that God doesn't reside in you, to say that you don't have control, to say that there's some outside factor, outside force who is actually holding the reins, who's actually controlling the situation, who's actually directing and dictating what gets to happen in your reality and for you. So you don't wait. You don't wait for a savior. You don't wait for a sign. You don't wait for somebody outside of you to tell you that it's okay now. Nope. Wait 5 minutes. Nope. Wait 3 days. It's now. It's done now. I have it now. I am fulfilled now. I am my own savior now. Whatever your salvation is, be it now. Have it now. Claim that as your identity now. Whatever it is that you need, that's what you become. That's who you are. That's how you have to be. Once you get into the state of being that thing is already done in the 4D, in the fourth dimensional space, in that alternative space. You've chosen your reality, you've made your choice, and you've assumed a new version of yourself. So no matter what you see in the external reality, if it's not what you want to see, then it doesn't matter. You persist in the story, you remain faithful to who you say you are, to your conception of yourself, until it hardens into fact, until it is manifested, until the ship docks on the land. And the whole way, you say, I've always known, I've always been on land, I've always been on solid ground. I knew that my desire was to be here, so I moved into the state of being there now. And so from that point on, I've always been there, I've never left. So you must stop looking for your savior to appear and claim yourself to be saved now, and the signs of your claims shall follow. So signs follow, they don't proceed. By the time you're seeing signs, it's done. And you don't focus on whether they're showing up or not. You just focus on who you are. You focus on assuming the state. You focus on knowing and building that conviction and that level of stubbornness in yourself that this is my reality. Nothing outside of me, nobody outside of me can tell me any other story, because I'm the one who gets to choose. And once I made my choice, I'm sticking to it. That's determination. That's the only discipline you need to have. And that's not hard work. That's making a choice and sticking to it. That's being faithful and loyal to yourself, which is your conception, your new conception of yourself. You say you are this person, okay, well, be that person then. Okay, your reality shows you something else, says you're not this person, you're gonna say, oh, nope, sorry. Okay, how presumptuous of me. Let me humble myself. I guess I'm not that person. No, I'm this person. This is the only story I accept. This is who I am. Everything outside of me will coalesce and change and move around, and whoever needs to move will move. I will move that mountain if I have to, in order to remain faithful to this version of my experience. I've made a choice. My choice is my choice, and that's all it's gonna be. That's all it'll ever be. It'll only ever be what I say. You are the operant power. You are choosing. You are your own savior. So once you make that decision, whatever signs follow, whatever you see on the outside, it's just there as feedback. You can look at it, you cannot look at it, you can take it for what it is, or you can decide that it's something else. You place the meaning behind it, you place the importance on it. It's all you. It all comes from you. And it's not somebody outside of you giving you a sign like, hey, you're doing good, just keep doing what you're doing and maybe I'll give you this. Like, keep a little sprinkle here, a little breadcrumb there, like maybe just keep going and keep following this trail, see if there's more over here. No, see it inside. Be it inside, and know that it's always done. I feel like I end the video on that note a lot of times, but I mean, what more can I say? It's done. Your validation only comes from yourself. Never seek it from outside of you. Never seek it from a sign. Never seek it from a tarot reading or a psychic. And not that these things are inherently bad, because they're not. And there are people who are tuned in and they can read energy and it's a real thing, and that's fine, but you're the conduit, you're the creator of that energy, you're the source of that energy. So whatever, again, is being shown to you externally is only a reflection of what's happening internally. So once you make that decision, that is what it is. There's nothing more. And nobody who's gonna give you more or take anything away from you because of what you're doing, as long as you remain faithful to that conviction. Okay? All right, you guys, that's gonna do it for me today. I really hope you guys enjoyed and got something of value from this video. Please be sure to leave your questions, comments, concerns in the comment box below, and check out the description for my social media links, services, all that good stuff is down below. And other than that, I love you all so much. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye.